Before I begin my remarks, and they are concise today, I just want to let you know that, I want to share how happy I am for Albert Salem, his family that's sitting down there, his organization. Albert, you are a visionary in this community. You're a brilliant man. Each time that I talk to you, I've learned something new about the world, about the way you see things, and about how best to elevate a community. And I want to thank you for all you've done for this city as well as this region. God bless you and congratulations. And I've got to recognize the real mayor of the city because we know that I really don't make the decisions. My wife does, who's sitting over there. Phyllis, the First Lady of the City of Danbury. Thank you for all that you do, and I appreciate her support. In addition to that, we are joined today by a number of wonderful elected officials who really put the best interest of our city first, regardless of the party affiliation. And in no particular order, I'd like to recognize them, announce them, and we'll give a collective clap to everybody. But we have our city treasurer here as well as Danny Jolly. Dan, thank you for coming. Our city clerk is here, Jean Natale. Our town clerk, Lori Kadak. We're also joined by our state senator, David Capiello. Very good. State Representative Joe Tavisek is here as well. And we have a number of county council people that have taken time out of their day to join us. Our council president is here, Joe Cotto. Joe, thank you for coming. Former fire chief and councilman now, Phil Curran, chief. We also have Councilman Warren Levy. Councilman Fred Visconti. Councilman Dwayne Perkins. Councilman Tom Sadi. As well as Councilwoman Colleen Stanley, hiding in the back there. I'd also like to recognize our judge of probate, Diane M., who's right here with the Dispersed throughout the room are our dedicated city administrators and our department heads. And we want to thank them for their hard work in making Danbury a better place as well. They're sitting in the back there off to my right, so thank you for doing a terrific job. We appreciate all that you do. Of course, Steve Bull and Harry Carey, appreciate everything that you guys are up to. The Greater Danbury Chamber of Commerce does a wonderful job, and we appreciate all the work they do to advocate for businesses in our community. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to report to you today that the city of Danbury is in strong financial shape. We are maintaining the highest credit rating and the highest bond rating in the history of our city. And as we speak to you here today, Danbury is experiencing strong economic growth and has the lowest unemployment rate in the state of Connecticut. Our taxes continue to be some of the lowest in the state. Our sewer and water rates continue to be 100% below the state average. And while the downturn in the residential real estate market has impacted many areas, Danbury continues to be a desirable place to live, to work, and to raise a family. Our business community continues to enjoy a positive economic climate and a positive outlook. Our public improvement projects are marching forward. Highlights include the new police station, which is under construction and set for completion in the fall of 2009. The Rose Hill Bridge is under construction and will be completed in the next several months. A new elementary school, which will be opened sometime in 2009. And we've also completed a number of projects that have added value to our community. We've dedicated a new field to Steve Kaplanus in the fall. The Barlow parking garage in the city center was opened and dedicated last month. A new fire station for the west side of the city was completed and dedicated in September. And this new facility, I might add, cuts response times to the west side of Danbury by half. Last year at this event, we rolled out a 311 resident information line that has won awards across the country for its creativity, its potholes in the street to somebody who lost a puppy. We found the puppy. Our unified neighborhood inspection team has worked with over 500 property owners to bring them into compliance with our zoning laws. And this year, the State's Attorney's Office has assigned a prosecutor to work with the unit, the first such program in the state of Connecticut. We have also set the table for more improvements and enhancements to our community. Specifically, my administration is asking our residents to approve an open space initiative that has set a target requiring 1,200 acres of open space by the year 2012. We are also asking the voters to support a number of infrastructure improvements, as well as improvements to parks and recreation facilities that referendum will be held on February the 5th. We started the process to update and revise our city charter. The Chief of Police and I are beginning the process of reorganizing our police department to put more officers on the street. The Fire Chief and I are beginning the process of strategies to study better ways to deliver our fire services, including, in some cases, merging some of our volunteer companies. So this administration has accomplished much over the last several years, and I'm proud of this success. I'm also excited and I'm energized by the prospect of another term in office. Yes, we have challenges, but we also have so much to be proud of. I'm proud of our diverse community that celebrates life and recognizes the worth of each human being. I'm proud of our elected officials, both Democrats and Republicans, that are committed to putting the needs of our city and its residents first. We have a vibrant and a strong arts community. We have a university that's growing and is once again having a record year in terms of applications for enrollment for next year. We have a hospital that has opened a brand new medical care facility that will take patient care to a new level. And I think congratulations are in order to Frank Kelly and the staff for being named a top 100 hospital in the United States and for being ranked in the top 5% of all hospitals by healthcare. Frank, congratulations. We also have a growing and diverse faith-based community that has become care providers and partners with the city to help those who are the most challenged in our community. We have a school system that outperforms many other districts of similar size. And when I talk about the school system, I want you to think about a dedicated group of young people from Danbury High School who have made a determination to inform us of the genocide that is taking place in the far region of the Sudan. In fact, I was so touched by the video made by our students that I asked our city pension boards to adopt a policy that prohibits investment by our pension boards, and that's about $250 million, in any company or any organization that does business in the Darfur region of the Sudan as a protest to the genocide that has occurred there. I think these students have learned that Margaret Mead was right, that a small group of committed people can change the world. And I think that's one of the best lessons that we can teach our young people. And while I'm proud of our community, I also recognize that we have challenges, and just as you don't expect, we'll meet them head on. The first challenge that we have is we have to address the recent reevaluation, which has shown dramatic increases in the value of our residents' homes and your businesses. And we're going to do a special contest today. Anybody who lives in Danbury at the table not only gets to keep the centerpiece, you get 10% off your reval for this year. Alright, we can't do that. But we know it's a problem. And so, we will address this challenge by using every tool in our toolbox to minimize the impact of these new assessments. And if you recall, we faced a similar situation in 2002. And working with the county council, we were able to craft a financial plan that did not result in large across-the-board tax increases for our residents. So today, I pledge to do the same. We are challenged by development. That's a good problem to have, but we have to manage it. Too often, Danbury has been subject to development plans that are too intense, too dense, and quite frankly, at times can show a lack of respect for the residents that live here. In response to that, we have implemented new zoning regulations that were somewhat controversial, but they were important at protecting the quality of life of our residents. And they were important in providing a level of transparency so that our residents were informed of pending development plans that might impact their neighborhood. Over the years, we've also been challenged on the issue of illegal immigration and its impact on our ability to deliver city services. As you're aware, there's been a lot of debate and discussion. Currently, there's a proposal to enroll our police department in a program that will provide additional training to some of our officers in immigration law and immigration enforcement. After careful analysis and review, and based on the recommendations from our Chief of Police, our Corporation Counsel, and obviously with approval from our County Council, the city will participate in this worthwhile program. I also believe that our downtown area and our Main Street still represents a challenge for us. Main Street has made a lot of progress over the last years, but still has not reached its potential. And that's not to say that our downtown has suffered a lack of work or a lack of passion. In fact, to the contrary, many mayors and many administrations have had great visions for the revitalization of downtown. But what we are lacking is a plan for downtown that will span administrations. Consistency is the key. We need a vision that respects the residents and the businesses who are currently downtown. We need a plan that has buy-in from all of the major stakeholders. But most importantly, the plan will live on regardless of who is in office. Within the next 30 days, I'll be appointing a task force of individuals to develop a plan for our downtown that is visionary and that is far-reaching. Our task force for Main Street will engage our residents, our property owners, our city center team, and our business community. This task force will develop a revitalization plan that will provide direction to help us implement policies, ideas, and innovative programs that will elevate our downtown. And let me just say that this is not a criticism of the hard work that our City Center Board has put in, or the energy that its new director, Andrea Gardner, provides. I want to thank them for their hard work. This is to enhance the work that they're already doing. In fact, it's because of the passion that these individuals have shown that they've convinced me that this is an effort that we need to engage in. We also need to begin thinking long-term about our school system and what education will be like in the future for Danbury children. I spent many hours discussing the future of education with our superintendent, Dr. Pasquarelli. And we believe that it's time to provide long-range planning for our students, and that we should consider the many and varied learning styles that children have. And those learning styles and what the children learn will demand that they be able to participate in the global economy. So we need to develop programs that will develop highly educated, highly skilled young adults. And this means that our new educational system must be focused around programming. The superintendent and I will appoint a long-range planning committee to look at the best programming that exists across the country. And then we intend on replicating it here in Danbury. And then we'll design our facilities around our programming, not our programming around our facilities. For example, I envision a day when our students at Danbury High School are working hand-in-hand with Danbury Hospital, exploring medical careers and providing real services to the hospital while being evaluated at the same time. I envision a day when Danbury students will partner with Western Connecticut State University and our police department to explore careers in policing. Our students might spend several hours a week with our police department and then attend classes in criminal justice at West Point in preparation for a career in law enforcement. Our goal will be to bring students to the smallest groups possible, use the assets that we already have in place around us, and create scores of learning academies all around the city, with Danbury High School serving as the hub. Imagine our young people working with corporations, with our nonprofits, with our city, to give them real-world experience and sense of what is required for success in our new economy. These academies will be our lighthouses of learning. They will light the way to success for our students. And as many of you know, we've also embarked on a program to address the issue of homelessness in Danbury. I've asked our Director of Welfare to begin drafting new guidelines for our city shelter. Those guidelines will focus in on giving the clients who use our shelter hope and a sense of purpose. We're going to ask that people who use the shelter contribute to the city by requiring that they complete some community service in exchange for staying in our shelter, or they contribute to themselves by enrolling in a program to get back on their feet. Clients who use our shelter will be expected to either be taking positive steps to better themselves, or they will be contributing in some small way to better our community. Either way, they'll begin to feel that they are part of the community in which they live, and they had something to offer. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I'm just as energized today as I was when I first took office back in 2001. And I want to thank everybody in this room for your support. Each of you have played a role in making Danbury a better place to live. Each of you has provided much-needed service and counsel to me over the years, and for that I salute you. I want to place you today that I will be as open and accessible as I was when I started this job. I will continue with Saturdays with the mayor, which is very popular. We want to stop by and have a cup of coffee this Monday. At each quarter, I'll conduct town hall meetings around the city for residents to attend and ask questions as well as discuss issues that face Danbury. The doors of my office are still wide open. And each year, we service thousands of residents who have problems or concerns and just want a sympathetic ear. And you know, recently I received a lengthy email from a young man named Adam who wanted to make his mother Mother of the Year for the city of Danbury. And I was deeply touched by this email. In it, he chronicles his life and the times that he had, tough times that he and his mother went through. He recently found out that his mother never received any child support or any monetary assistance. She drove to school, helped him with his homework, and worked 2 jobs to raise him. Some nights were so tight that she would not eat so that her son could eat. Yet she never once complained. She never even shared with her son that she had such financial pressures. It truly is an amazing story to read. And when she found out that he had emailed me and shared this with me, she was upset. She didn't want to be Mother of the Year. She was upset because she was doing what she should have done all the time. And isn't that so typical of people? Or really the angels among us? They don't want the recognition. A mother's love for her son on a cold winter night with easy to eat so her child could. These are the simple things that make life so incredibly important. And these are the things that all of us sometimes take for granted. So this holiday season, I ask you to think of those people, like this mother and her son, who truly understand the meaning of the holidays. I encourage you to spend time with your families, because after all, it's a magical time for children. Finally, I ask you to pray for our young men and our young women overseas who are defending the cause of freedom. I ask you to pray for their safety and their speedy return. Thank you. God bless you and God bless America.